Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I have a video that is going to hopefully change your life. Maybe, I don't know. All babies are different. Not one is the same as the other. So these tips may be helpful for you or they may absolutely not work for you. It all depends on your baby and how they function. So it's all up to the baby ultimately, but I'm just going to share with you some tips and tricks that I did to help my baby sleep at night. So he could sleep now he sleeps maybe 9 hours. Let me see. About 10 hours a night. I want to go ahead and set a disclaimer because I don't want anyone to feel like if your baby's not sleeping like mine is sleeping, that something is wrong with your baby, because nothing is wrong with your baby. All babies are different, and sometimes babies just need that attention at night and they just cannot sleep through the night, and that is normal for babies. It's not normal for a baby to sleep from 7 o'clock at night to 7 o'clock in the morning fresh out the womb. It's just not gonna happen. So, and if it does happen, it probably shouldn't be happening because they need that nutrition because you're feeding them through the night. They need that when they're first born anyways. So at first, when you first have your baby, you're not going to get as much sleep as you want, but that's what you signed up for when you had a baby. So I'm not talking about the first week home, the second week home, the third. I'm talking about around month 3 and month 4 is when I first started to kind of train him and get him into a sleep pattern. At the first, second months, I didn't care when he slept. If he slept, he slept. If he didn't, he didn't. If he needed me, he had me. I take sleep safety like I take car seat safety. They are equal. I want my baby to be safe in the crib, in the car, while he eats, everything I follow. Never have I ever thought I would be so interested in keeping a baby safe, because I wasn't really interested in having babies. But once I did, I knew from then on I had to keep him alive. So I did all my research, did all my readings. I'm also in school for nurse practitioner, so I'm learning about babies as I'm raising my baby. So that's pretty awesome, and I get to learn a lot through that too. So I'm a nurse, but I'm not a baby nurse, so I never knew any of the baby field stuff. I'm learning as I'm going and learning as I'm going through school. Now let me tell you my little secrets to getting him to sleep, and they're not really secrets. I mean, you could take other baby classes. I know there's taking care of babies, and I'm pretty sure there's other ones, but that's the one I hear about mostly. I did not want to spend the money on that because I knew that I wasn't going to be getting sleep, so I wasn't really expecting a lot of sleep, but I was like, let me see what I can do to help him be more comfortable at night, enjoy his sleeping, and be able to get a full night rest. That's ultimately what I wanted, for him to be happy, because when he wakes up from a good nap, he is happy, and when he wakes up in the morning, he's happy he had a good sleep. So let's get into those tips. All right, I know that was a long disclaimer, I'm sorry, but I just didn't want anyone to be all upset that I'm like, oh my god, I had my baby trained at 4 months. You know, he took to it well, so I went with it, and I'm gonna see if this will help you. If not, it doesn't, and I hope you do find some relief. The number one thing is I do not feed him very late at night just so that he'll sleep late, because that doesn't make him sleep longer. He gets enough calories throughout the whole entire day. That's what I focus on. I don't focus on, oh, let me stuff him with some oatmeal at night because, oh, he's gonna be full all night. No. If he wants to wake up and be nursed or be held and brought back to sleep, he will, regardless if I've fed him or not. So I make sure he gets enough calories throughout the day. And now that he's eating finger foods, I incorporate that too. So, but at 4 months he was not. I was just making sure that he had enough milk throughout the day. And my number one product would probably be the sound machine, the Hatch Baby sound machine. I don't have that with me because he's currently asleep right now using it, and you can get it off Amazon, you can get it probably Target, probably Walmart and Baba Baby. You can get it anywhere, but I can link it in the description box, the Amazon link down below. And they also have like different variations of it. They have like the big one, they have a little one, like a portable one, which I want to get for my mom because he does not sleep at her house. It'd be nice to carry that one to her house back and forth, or let her keep it at her house and he could sleep with that. But a sound machine is perfect, and it also has a little light on it. Never used that unless like when he was a newborn and I had to turn it on to change his diaper, I would, but now I keep the lights off and the sound up, and that's perfect. So guys, I forgot to completely tell you about the blackout curtains. Those are very important if you want to get your sleep in the morning, because when the sun comes up, it's like baby wants to be like, oh, it's time to wake up. But if you have those blackout curtains, it'll help keep them asleep just a little bit longer, and it also helps with nap time as well. When the sound goes off in the morning, he wakes up, or sometimes he wakes up before the sound goes off, and that's perfectly fine. So that would be my number one like product. And what I started to do to get him used to naps was, or sleeping, I would first start off with naps. So I got him in the routine of, okay, it's nap time. What am I going to do when I fall asleep? So he would basically always be in a onesie like this. This is Kite Baby. He also has little sleepies, and usually I don't use the ones with the little footsies in it because they can grow out of these super fast in my opinion. So I usually get the ones without the footsies and let his leg grow and whatnot. But these don't have the little mittens on them. He would have the mittens on when he was that young so he wouldn't scratch his face. But he would always be in some type of onesie, something that was easy to like clean him up, keep him comfortable, keep him warm. And then I would also put him in his sleep sack. This is his Kite Baby sleep sack. I know there's a million other brands, but I would get him used to this one. And before I started sleep training, he was using swaddles, but I wasn't sleep training at that point. That was just to keep him comfortable. He was a newborn, and that was just how he slept. But when I started to sleep train, I transitioned over to a sleep sack. And this is size 0 to 6. He is 7 months, 27 inches long, 21 pounds, and he still fits in a 0 to 6. So I only have 2 of these. I rotate them, a gray one and a black one, and then I have 2 more in the next size up when he goes there. I have a link to these sleep sacks, to the onesies, so check that out in the description box below. I'm going to leave all the links that I can that link back to Amazon for you guys, so it's easier for you to find, because Kite Baby is also sold on its own original site, obviously, but they also sell it on Amazon, which is amazing. You get it in like 2 days, so it's prime shipping, but I'll link it down below so you can check it out. But I always had him in a onesie with some long sleeves and his sleep sack. So he knew, okay, once I get the sleep sack on, I'm taking a nap. Nap time would also consist of the sound machine. So it would be onesie, sleep sack, sound machine. And he'd be out. So he likes to nap about 2 hours, and then he'll be up for about 2 hours, and we go off of sleepy cues. So if he's looking sleepy, rubbing his eyes, yawning, get very fussy, that means he's ready to go down. And if he does that before his 2 hour mark, he will go down. I go off of what he wants, and that works the best for him, so I do that. So once I started to get a nap routine down packed, he knew what to do. He knew it was nap time. Okay, I'm up in 2 hours. It's nap time, up in 2 hours. Then I started to incorporate the bedtime routine, and this is when I started to give him baths around 8 o'clock, 7:30, 8 o'clock. It all depends on what we were doing for that day. I just, pick a time. It's not like he knows the time, but I kind of also went off of his nap schedule. So if he was napping and then he was up for like 2 hours, and I'm like, okay, it's getting late, let's go ahead and get your bath. He'll get a bath, He'll get his lotion and then change his diaper, put him in a nice fresh onesie, and then read a little book to him. Sometimes I let him play in his room, and then I would rock him to, well, I wouldn't rock him, I would feed him. I nurse him to sleep every night. I don't really know if that's like necessary, but I enjoy that like finishing up the day type of like bonding. So every night I will rock him to sleep. Well, sometimes he's not asleep, but I like to rock him, give him kisses, and tell him goodnight stories. And I always put him in the bed drowsy, not completely asleep. Like if he falls asleep while I'm nursing, I'll wake him up a little bit, give him some kisses, tell him I love him, and then I'll put him down in his crib, and I'll make sure that he's not like completely knocked out, because if he wakes up, he'll be like, oh my gosh, where am I? Type of thing. And that's what I did around 4 months. And now he's probably okay if he goes down completely knocked out. And I always make sure that there are no sheets, no loose sheets, no cribbing, padding around the crib, no loose animals. These sleep sacks are completely safe for your baby because they do not cover the airway. Once you fit your baby, you want to make sure that this pops down and it does not stay over their nose or their mouth, because that would be very unsafe. And that's how you make sure it fits. And this one is dirty, so that's why I have to wash it. I also sometimes put on his humidifier to help get any like congestion, to loosen any of that up. I always put him down with a passy. SIDS, sudden death, oh my gosh, SIDS, sudden infant death syndrome, is the third leading cause of infant death. As I'm editing, I noticed that I said it is number 3, but guys, it is definitely number 1. You can do your own research if you like, and I encourage you to do that as well. But I'm just trying to clarify that I'm not sure where I got third leading cause, but it's definitely the leading cause of infant death from being born up until 1 year. And a pacifier helps prevent SIDS. So yeah, I'm gonna give him a pacifier. And no, I don't really care the like what anyone thinks about it, because if it's gonna keep him safe, I'm good with it. It promotes stimulation. It promotes him to suck and to breathe. Also, studies show that a ceiling fan helps prevent SIDS. So if you have a ceiling fan and your baby doesn't mind it, that could also help prevent SIDS, because it also helps with stimulation. Just a little tidbit there for you. And so he always sleeps with a passy, and I know we all love those cute little passy clips, but the only passies in his crib are loose passies. No clips attached, nothing attached, because I don't want anything to strangulate him. I don't want anything to fall off of this clip and get into his mouth and cause choking hazards. So always make sure your baby is safe. And that's how basically I got my baby sleep trained by month 4. Month 4, month 5, it kind of all just blends. But yeah, and it was month 4, I'm pretty sure. And I'm pretty sure it's just because he's a really good sleeper. He likes sleep, but also a very strict routine, knowing what he's doing, going by like, mommy's doing this, that means I'm doing that. And having that relationship with your baby will also help you in the long run. And even if it's not a full night's rest, but you're getting more hours out of it, that's a win too, because the more hours you can get, the better. You know, you're feeling more fresh and whatnot. And I know it's hard to go to sleep when the baby goes to sleep at night. I literally never do it. I tell myself, oh, I'm gonna sleep tonight when he goes to sleep. But no, I'm up studying, up watching TV, up working out. Like, there are so many things I want to do when he's sleeping, and not enough time in the day. And that's just how it is. But I cannot stress enough that when your baby needs you during the night, your baby needs you. That's what it is to be a mom. So I encourage you to enjoy those moments, because they don't last forever. But always enjoy those moments, and try not to take it so hard, because Your baby is not meant to sleep through the night as soon as you have them. So it's very hard to comprehend because it's like, oh my God, I'm dying, I need this sleep. But your baby needs you. So I hope this helps. And also, I know everyone does not have a partner, so I didn't really mention him, but if you do have someone who can stay with you, or a partner, husband, wife, however your relationship is, whoever can help you is nice, because, you know, sometimes they just need someone to go back and rock them, and it doesn't always have to be the mom, so someone else can go and help you with that as well. And that's basically all the tips that I have for you. If you have any more questions for me or want me to make any more videos of something else, just leave your suggestions in the box below, the comments below, and I'll get to that. And thank you guys for watching. I hope to see you in my next video, and please subscribe if you enjoy this video, and also please give it a thumbs up. I love seeing those thumbs ups. It lets me know that the video that I made you're enjoying, so that's great. I'll see you in my next video. Bye guys.